Welcome to episode 48 of Two Guys, One Sport. My name is Chris, and the Philadelphia Eagles are world champions, and it feels fantastic. I just had to get that out of the way, though, as quickly as humanly possible. Brother George?
Hey, I've been riding that Eagles train to mix my metaphors, flying that Eagles plane, I guess. since early January. So I'm happy for you. More importantly, I'm happy for my pocketbook. No offense. It was quite a successful NFL playoffs, as people who follow my Twitter feed can attest to. Yep. And if you listen to me, you too may have made a little bit of money for entertainment purposes only. Always entertainment purposes only, Chris.
Exactly. Year of the dog.
We never condone actual gambling on this show, but for entertainment purposes only. It was a successful January for your friend.
Yes, indeed. Year of the dog.
Year of the dog. Woof woof, bitches.
It was quite wonderful. So we've got kind of a light lineup for this week. It hasn't been a whole lot of stuff happening unless you've.
I did not watch a second of WWE programming, and it feels fucking amazing.
Yeah,
I mean, so nice.
You might have stuff to talk about if you've been putting yourself through the drudgery of WWE, but we personally have been avoiding that.
I watch a lot of New Japan. I'm told I missed a good NXT, though, but we'll get there, right?
Yeah, we will talk about it, yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about a lot of different things, but we will start, since we didn't do matches of the week last week, might as well get right back to the regular format and do those this week. So do you want to start, or should I?
Sure, I got one.
All right.
My match of the week is from last month. It is the Barbed Wire Massacre that TNA put forth on their Twitch stream.
Oh, boy.
It was OVE, the artist formerly known as Ohio is for Killers, Dave and Jake Christ with their friend Sami Callihan against LAX with Homicide, making a comeback, because you can't have a garbage match without Homicide.
Apparently not.
It's funny because on the indies, Sami Callihan is now a babyface, or at least he's a babyface in AEW. But here in TNA, he is, or Impact, whatever the hell they call themselves, he is pure heel, pure, just like the old Callihan character, like the devious, scheming, dick face bad guy, that we know and love or know and hate.
The good old days.
Yeah, but now he's a face though on the indies, but he's like characters like from 6 months ago in Impact, but whatever. His character work is not the problem. The fact that he's not very good at the whole in-ring is the problem.
Yeah, well,
David J. Christer.
We've been there and done that with Sammy.
Dave and Jay Christer. I like him. I've liked him a lot since I first saw them a couple years ago. And it's Homicide, Santana, and Ortiz, who are three just batshit crazy dudes who will do whatever it takes to get a match over. First thing you notice that the ropes were replaced with barbed wire. Second thing you notice is that everybody is fully clothed, which is probably for the best.
Yeah.
Like the old days of Sabu doing a barbed wire match with just his ring gear with his chest exposed is not to be found here. Which is more than okay. I don't need to see the guys get too ripped to bits. It is TNA after all. Yeah,
we've seen enough of that.
It's TNA.
Very much so.
Match was fine. Not even match was good. I'm not thrilled with the headshots with the trash can lid.
Of course.
Although it was one of those like soft metal lids, so it may have been made of like aluminum. It was like hitting a guy with one of those, just like when you have a barbecue, you have like the disposable cookie sheet.
Yeah,
that like bends in a stiff wind. It looked like it was like one of those shaped to be a trash can. So even though dude got hit in the head at full force with it, it didn't look like it was that bad.
Yeah.
But still, I would stay away from any. It's 2018. You don't need a headshot to the head to get over, ever.
No.
See what other weird shit happened in this match. Oh, God, Homicide and Callahan went at it with forks. That was fun.
With forks?
Yeah, they stabbed each other in the head with forks. Like, they tried to do the test of strength. So, like the old Greco-Roman knuckle lock thing. So they locked up with one hand and to do the test of strength. But in their right hand, they each had a fork. So they were trying to stab each other in the head with the fork while they were doing the test of strength. It was that kind of match.
Yeah.
Homicide takes the first barbed wire bump. Of course he does.
Yeah,
goes in chest first. Looks safe as hell. Looks way worse than it was. I'm sure it didn't feel great. But he was wearing multiple layers of clothing. Again, more than okay with this.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. If you're going to, this was a fight. This wasn't a match. The referee was just there to count the pinfall.
Yes.
If you're going into a fight, into an actual fight, you're wearing layers of clothing. Like if you're fighting a guy at the bar or in the alley, you're wearing clothing to protect yourself. So it makes sense they would wear clothing here.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite part of the match was one guy using a bottle of vodka as the heat to pour on another guy's open wounds.
Oh. Right,
that was the heat. Normally, like a low blow or like a power move or like a double team move or a cheating move behind the referee's back. The guy got the heat by pouring a bottle of vodka into Homicide's into Ortiz's open wounds. That was the heat segment. So that was pretty creative. I will give the guys
from the Yoshinobu Kanemaru playbook.
Exactly. Yeah, everyone's favorite borderline degenerate alcoholic.
Yeah.
We'll talk about him later.
Yeah.
Let's see. Homicide takes a chair shot to the head because he's Homicide.
Yeah.
But everyone worked safe as possible, except again for Homicide because the guy's crazy. He didn't break out the plastic bag that he usually uses. You know what I'm talking about, where he strangles you with the plastic bag?
Yep.
Yeah, he didn't do that. That was nice. Jake Chris took some disgusting bumps. They wrapped up barbed wire on a table, and he took a bump through that. That did not look bad. Not a bad brawl. The Homicide and Santana and Ortiz won. Not a bad brawl, but you've seen worse death matches third from the bottom on a random Big Japan show from Corkin. So, is what it is. Nothing too stupid. No light bulbs. No lights.
Light tubes,
or the giant pane of glass or whatever. The finish was kind of creative. They took wooden, they took wooden bamboo skewers, embedded them into the top of Dave Chris' head. They were sticking out from being embedded in the top of his head, and then he took a superplex through a barbed wire table. Yeah, it was that kind of match. Not a ton of color, all things considered. And like I said, you see more risky matches than like a random Big Japan show or like a random CZW show. But I'm not a big deathmatch guy.
Yeah, no,
I don't mind it. I don't mind it as a change of pace. And I've made this joke before, but screw it, I'm making it again. It's a good joke. I feel the same way about watching a show of only death matches as I do about eating an entire box of Oreos.
Mm-hmm.
At first, you feel pretty good, and then after a while, you start to get a little lightheaded and your tummy hurts.
Yeah.
So yeah, once in a while, fine. But the reason I brought this matchup was it was on Twitch.
Right.
TNA is trying to branch out from Pop and is using this as a kayfabe excuse because it was, quote, too dangerous for Pop to show on TV. Now, I have no idea if it was or wasn't. Doesn't really matter. They use this as their match to show Twitch. Apparently, they have a Twitch channel now, much like yourself, I'm told.
Yes.
And not many people watch it.
They are more following the example of AAA, who aired Triple Mania and several other events.
Wrestle Circus does Twitch too, right?
Yes, Wrestle Circus does Twitch. I think they were actually the first ones. Wrestle Circus was the first, well, at least the first American company to do it. And they do very well with it. Well, Wrestle Circus does very well. Wrestling on Twitch might be a thing. Eventually, I don't know.
I feel that every company worth their salt will have. There's not a lot of TV space. Obviously, WWE has Raw and SmackDown. TNA has Pop, but that's a deal where they're basically paying for the time or an ad share. They're not making any money from it.
Yeah.
New Japan has shitty television in Japan and has Access here, and we have no idea how many people watch Access because they don't have the Nielsen ratings. Yeah. New Japan makes most of their money from live events and from New Japan World. Mm-hmm. I feel that TNA is in much the same circumstance, except they make even less money because they don't charge for admissions. The point of all this is that every company that worth their salt will set up a streaming service or latch onto one in some form or fashion. It's 2018, Chris. People don't watch TV anymore.
Cutting the cords.
That's it. People don't watch TV.
Cut all the cords.
All of them. Every single one.
Yep.
So I can see why TNA is trying this, and more power to them. We'll see if it works. Spoiler alert, it won't because it's TNA. but why not? Give it a shot.
Yeah. I mean, there are certainly worse things you could do with your Twitch viewership.
That's right. The chats are fun on Twitch.
Yes, Twitch chat has the capacity to be quite enjoyable. Twitch chat also has the capacity to be quite toxic and stupid, but that's, that all depends on which channels you wander into. But anyway, back to matches of the week. So
That's fine.
Good.
Right. I mean, it wasn't long. It wasn't a slog. It was like maybe 18 minutes, if that.
Yeah.
So if you got nothing to do, go check it out.
All right, cool. My match of the week is a match that was far better than it had any right being. From the G1 Classic 27 from this past summer, the second night of action. Your IWGP Heavyweight Champion Kazuchika Okada versus the Sublime Master Thief Toru Yano. And if you know Toru Yano at all, you know that a wrestling match with Toru Yano is not a wrestling match. It's mostly a comedy spot. But Kazuchika Okada, being the wrestling chameleon that he is, savant, prodigy, whatever superlative you want to use, he turned it into an incredibly enjoyable experience. I really enjoyed this match. It starts off with the usual attempts at Yano shenanigans, where he goes
in the ropes and yells "break" over and over again.
Well, he first went for a handshake. Followed, he did the fake handshake spot, followed by a attempted shot to the head. But Okada, being Okada, got away. And then Yano tries to roll out, and Geto, who's standing on the outside, seconding Okada, is like, "Nope, get back in there. You know what you have to do," because they're all in the same stable together. They're all in chaos together. So it's like Geto is out there making sure Yano doesn't do any of his dumb shit. So Yano gets back in. Then we have the rope break spot. And Okada's like, "All right, I've had enough of this." He goes to roll out. And Jado, who's on the other side, also seconding Yano, is like, "Nope, you got to do this. Get in there. Go do the thing." And as Okada's going to roll back in, Yano gets him from behind, and that's when the shenanigans start. Lots of ridiculous spots involving atomic drops, a series of ridiculous low blows on the outside. Okada's trying to make this an actual wrestling match, and Yano is barely keeping up because he's Yano. Yano actually is capable of wrestling and grappling.
The guy's got a good amateur wrestling background, accomplished. He was an accomplished college wrestler in Japan.
Yeah. And before the comedy gimmick started, he actually had a really good previous in-ring career of doing actual.
He just realizes the comedy stuff gives him more of a shelf life.
Yes, exactly, because he
differentiates him from a company full of guys who all just beat the shit out of each other for fun.
Yeah. And Yano is obviously not a guy who is in the greatest of shape, so the comedy spots allow him to not have to work to get himself back into shape. So it works out for him. But yeah, it was just a lot of shenanigans, a lot of silliness, but Okada actually was serious about it and made it work, and actually wound up winning the match with his submission hold, Red Ink, which we haven't seen we previously had not seen in quite a long time. But Okada made it work in that he let the comedy stuff play out as it's supposed to, but also used it to transition into him showing that he's the champion for a reason, that he can withstand the comedy crap in a way that a guy like Minoru Suzuki cannot. Because Minoru Suzuki has an 0-4 record against
Minoru Suzuki. Losing to Toru Yano always makes me happy, and I love Minoru Suzuki. Yeah. But it just works.
It does. It's hilarious, and it works every time.
Seriously, and Yano doesn't take it seriously at all. So it works.
Yeah. Suzuki losing to Yano is like the dude who is like a super tryhard at like Call of Duty or Counter-Strike or something, who's goes around, gets all the best possible loot, all the best guns and everything, is racks up like 15 kills in a game, and then gets killed randomly by one guy who's just camping the back room of a building that he wanders into. Suzuki's the guy who will then get on his voice comms and be like, "You fucking noob! You cheater! You're full of crap! You're terrible at this game! Uninstall the game! Yada yada yada!" Just being super assholish, and Yano's the guy who's just like, "Yeah, I just killed you. Cool."
and then he does the little teabag thing for fun.
Yep.
In Yano's case, it's selling the DVDs.
Yeah, and the shrug.
And the shrug.
The shrug is Yano's teabag.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's a fun match. Like I said,
People lose their mind over Yano in the G1.
Mhm.
I don't understand why.
It's a
night off for everyone else, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
And a night off where where every other match is just guys just beating the shit out of each other is more than welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, second of all, we talk about this all the time. Wrestling is something for everybody.
Yes.
He's over as fuck. And the live crowd loves him.
Yeah. That was actually like the thing that stuck out to me the most in this match. I actually didn't even like mention this previously, but the thing that stuck out to me the most in this match is that this was honestly like the big beginning to the Okada characterization change. Ooh. Whereby he was like really like not as, plucky underdog baby face, and was really starting to show actually, okay, I've got some dominance here. I'm actually gonna, use it. And was
he playing the heel?
Yeah, he was definitely the heel.
Nice.
Because the crowd was all for Yano.
Nice.
They were all about Yano.
Because one of my favorite I'll go on. I'm sorry.
So anytime that he would go for the Yano Toru chant, where he does, he points to himself. Okada would always interrupt it by like forearming him in the back of the head, and the crowd just booed the shit out of him. And Okada is just like, "What? I'm here to wrestle a match. I'm not here for this bullshit."
I love him so much. I love Kazu Okada. We talked last year, or we talked at the time when it happened, how much I love Okada Kojima, which was that same G1, which is the same concepts.
Yes.
Shippered Kazu Okada is pretty great.
Mm-hmm. He knows how to make that shit work.
Yeah, he's. I mean, we say it a lot. Enjoy it, guys, ladies and gents. Enjoy it, man. You're in the midst of an all-time great run right now.
Yeah, the likes of which we shall not see.
And a guy with his frame and his wrestling style, it is only a matter of time before he whips his shoulder out or throws his back out or something. So it's just enjoy it. You're not that's relatively slight and wrestle that kind of style without hurting yourself. So
true.
Injuring yourself. Like if I told you 6 months, if I told you a year from now he was going in for neck surgery, would you be surprised? No, of course not. No. If I told you that he was working with a blown shoulder, would you be surprised? No, of course not.
No.
So enjoy it while it lasts, ladies and gents, because Okada is one of the greats, one of the all-timers already.
I mean, shit. Tanahashi's been working for how long with a torn bicep, and dude is 10 years older than Okada.
Before Dominion, right?
10 years older than 10 years older than Okada, and works a far less impactful style.
Exactly.
With the exception of the high fly flow.
It's only a matter of time, guys. So enjoy it while it lasts. I hate to be the bearer of potentially bad news, but we'll see. So I'm gonna see this. I have no memory of this match. It must have been lost in the G1 shuffle.
Yes, it was definitely one that got swallowed up by other far superior matches. But
night one, it was night. You said night 2.
Yeah, night 2.
I wonder what the B block main event was. Was that the Okada Elgin match?
What
was the main event that night?
Let me see.
Was it the Omega Elgin match?
Climax 27.
Yeah.
Night. Oh, yeah, it's to specify actually I wonder
what the rest of the B block was.
Night 2 results in review.
Yeah.
Where is this? There it is. Main event was Omega Suzuki.
Oh, that match was good. Yeah. That makes sense. Makes sense because it makes sense that that'd be the main event over Okada and Yano.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember Omega Suzuki being really good. I remember Okada Suzuki being one of my favorite matches of the year.
Yes,
Okada and that Suzuki. That should tell you the difference between Kenny Omega, who is an excellent professional wrestler, and Kazu Okada, who is one of the best of all time.
Yes.
So it's like the difference between, I don't know, Randall Cunningham and Tom Brady. Like Randall Cunningham, real great.
Why you got to pick on Randall Cunningham?
I love Randall Cunningham.
He was the first Eagles quarterback that I ever saw.
I love Randall Cunningham. I remember him more in Minnesota, though. I'm a little, because I wasn't an Eagles fan. I remember him more in Minnesota. My point is that Randall Cunningham was a pretty fucking great player.
Yes.
So that doesn't diminish Kenny Omega any. He's just, he's no Kazu Okada. So
yes.
What do you want to talk about?
Let's start with
Got a weird week this week.
yeah, it was a weird week. Let's start with New Beginning.
Okay. Did you watch the show?
Well, the Road to New Beginning shows. No, I did not.
The Road to shows. Well, we talked about New Beginning last week, right? The extra ones in Sapporo.
Yes, we did talk about
with
the
the angles
last week. Yes,
I cried when Golden Lovers came back together.
It was a spectacular moment.
Except for the weird. We got to talk. Except for the weird confetti thing that was kind of out of place.
There have been a lot of people who on
the weird confetti thing is like kind of.
There were a lot of people on Twitter who were speculating. New Japan's had that set up for 4 years, waiting for this exact moment. They've set it up for every single show, and then it finally happened, and they got the moment.
And then they had
the moment to push. They had the moment to push the button.
Yeah, the weird pseudo-orgasmic confetti banner.
Yeah.
So, Road to New Beginning. I watched this show on Monday, the first one, 2-5. So should I just run through it real fast?
Yeah, go for it.
I didn't watch the entire show. And I watched about 80% of it. First match was Jushin Liger, Ryusuke Taguchi, and Tiger Mask versus the Young Lions. Now, I watched the Young Lions. This was Narita, Red Shoes Jr., and Yagi. Let's see, where's my little spreadsheet?
Narita and Yagi are two guys that have only just started their
Young Lioness.
They've been with the dojo for a bit, but they're just starting their run of actually getting time in the ring on events, as opposed to just being in the dojo and just being ringside as help. They've just begun. Like, I want to say it was the big press conference they had before Wrestle Kingdom. Was when the two of them were part of the showcase matches that happened that night, where they were teamed one young lion with one veteran. I don't remember who they were each teamed with.
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah.
But yeah, they were a part of that.
So when Oka teamed with Kojima or something, right? Kitamura teamed with Kojima. Yeah, I remember this.
Kitamura, Kojima, and Oka Tenzan happened that night, and then there was also Red Shoes Jr. with Nakanishi versus Kawato and Yuji Nagata, which was
I remember. I got a
freaking awesome match. Good. You got to watch that Nagata Kawato versus Nakanishi Uno match. That was so good.
Because we're getting like a foot and a half of snow in the next 3 days here. So I'll be shackled indoors watching a lot of wrestling on the internet.
Yeah,
I'm not leaving the house.
Yeah, you're gonna be stranded indoors.
Yeah, I mean,
never to leave again.
No. It'll be like that. It'll be like that meme of the skeleton draped over the computer. That'll be me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this match was good. I mean, you can never really go wrong with a team of vets like these three going against some young lions to open a show.
Mm-hmm.
Always entertaining. Let me give you my impressions of the three young lions. You ready?
Yes.
Because that's what I really watch this because I know what I'm getting with Ryusuke Taguchi. I know what I'm getting with Tiger Mask W. I know what I'm getting with Jushin Liger. They got like 900 years of combined experience in the ring. Like, I don't need to watch these three guys. Here's what I saw here's what I noticed about the young lions. Young lion Narita, fluid in the ring, decent stuff, halfway decent character already. Who's the cocky upstart who doesn't respect the old guys?
Mm-hmm.
Good seller, already a good seller, which is a good sign because a lot of guys have been doing this for a long time and they're not good sellers. I'm looking at you, Dolph Ziggler. I'm looking at you, 2017 Dean Ambrose, and I'm definitely looking at you, Seth Rollins. So take notes.
Fair.
Young Lion Nagi is less good than Young Lion Narita.
Yes.
But he's got a decent look. You can tell he has that. And you know me, I'm the body mark of the two of us.
Yes.
He has the frame that could fill out with, some more chicken and whatever else they eat over there to get big. Hint, hint. and he's also really young. He looks like he's like 20. I don't know how old he is. How old is this guy? Let me find out. I'm curious. Let's see. This is Tetsuhiro Nagi is 25. Okay, so he's got a little bit of filling out to do. He's a little older than I thought. But he's got a little filling out to do. He's got that kind of weird, like, teenager frame, where, like, definitely with a little weight training, he can get a little bulkier. And it'll look good for him. He's got a good look. Tall, carries himself well. Used to be a high school pitcher. Something I learned in my weeaboness, yeah, weeaboo-ness is that like high school baseball is like unbelievably huge in Japan.
Yes, it absolutely is.
Every boy plays baseball and every girl plays softball apparently in high school, like huge chunks of it. This guy apparently was like a pretty good high school baseball player, and he was a pitcher. So he's athletic, is the long story short.
Yeah.
They
call baseball America's pastime, but really it's like Japan's adopted child now.
Thanks for that, Douglas MacArthur.
Yes.
But he's an athlete. You can tell he's athletic. He's not like tentative in his motions.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a really nice drop kick. I popped for that. Nice. Very nice drop kick. Young Lion Red Shoes Jr. Fun hot tag.
Yes.
Fun House of Fire. Ate the pin. I'm not really sure why. I would have had Nagi or Narita eat the pin, but
especially because we've seen Red Shoes Jr. Not as much as like Kawato or Kitamura, but we have seen Red Shoes Jr. a fair amount.
It's pretty clear
to know what he's about.
It's pretty clear with Kawato on excursion and Kitamura right behind him that Umino is now the top of the Young Lion pecking order along with Oka.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of weird to have him eat the pin, but whatever. I mean, the match was fine. It won't make this. It won't make the spreadsheet. You don't have to go out of your way to watch it. But if you're at home and you want to kill 10 minutes, worst ways to kill 10 minutes.
Yes.
So, didn't watch the next match because it was, get this, you ready for this lineup?
Oh boy.
You'll see why I skipped this shit. Yuji Nagata and Hikuleo, who is Tangaloa, defeats Manabu Nakanishi and Oka. I was like, yeah, no. Nah. They showed a little.
Wait, what?
It was Yuji Nagata. Yeah, let me start over. Yujiro Takahashi.
Oh, okay.
And Hikuleo defeated Manabu Nakanishi and Oka.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They gave Leo Tonga a different name now.
Yeah, he's like an island god now or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got an actual an actual name other than just being. Oh yeah, he's Tamatonga and Tangaroa's other brother.
Yeah, who's tall.
Yes.
So they flashed the Tokyo Pimps graphic.
Yeah.
Like on the little, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not watching this shit.
Yeah. No.
I'm like, because you know how like we watch the New Japan show, they run through the card and everyone gives a little polite applause at the start of the show.
Yeah.
So I was like, they're running through the card and they're going, and I'm like, oh, this match is gonna suck. When they're running through the card, and then I see the little 100%. Tokyo Pimps graphic, and I'm like, yeah, this match is gonna suck. So I have no thoughts on this match. So whatever.
I mean, we don't need to have any thoughts on this match. Yujiro Takahashi is established as just being bad. So,
and he's not even fun bad like Taichi is.
Yeah. He is there
Takahashi bad. At least Taichi, which I'll talk about a little bit, is at least somewhat enjoyable with his like batshit crazy Castlevania music.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Next we
Yujiro Takahashi is there purely for the sake of allowing New Japan to continue objectifying his girls. So.
Yeah, and he does have a nice hat.
Yeah.
I like his hat.
Anyway.
So, there's not enough there. There's nothing there for me. Then we had Hiroshi Tenzan versus Kitamura in the trial series.
Yes.
Let's see. Hiroshi Tenzan's got nothing left, Chris. He can't even walk. He's like hurtling around the ring. Yeah, got all sorts of knee and ankle injuries.
Yeah,
they had a good match.
Tenzan is pretty up there in years. He spent a lot of years as the big guy in the company. So he has put on his miles and then some.
Yeah. Kitamura is every 80s, 90s jacked up roid dude ever. But in a company where no one is jacked up like he is, it works because he's different.
They're actively trying to make him Goldberg.
He does the spear and the jackhammer, and he shakes the ropes like he's the Ultimate Warrior. He's like every 80s cliche that I grew up watching.
Yep, it's spectacular.
It's awesome. He's so great. Lay off the spray tan. He's like brown. Not even. He's like the color of like oak.
Yeah.
Like lay off the spray tan there, homeboy. Like you look like an old tree.
Yeah.
The outside of an old tree. Like it's just weird looking.
Other than that, I mean he's just great.
Kitamura is my guy. I love him. Yeah. He's green as shit. Like he needs to learn the little shit. Like stop looking at the ref when you're kicking out. I hate that, Chris.
Yeah.
Guys laying there, and they look at the ref to know when to kick out.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I hate that. Happens all the time on Raw. Annoys me to no end.
Yeah.
But he's like even worse because he'll start to tense up on a kick out. It's like, oh man, come on.
Yeah, choreographing
like,
kick outs.
1, 2, then you see him tense up and be ready to kick out. Like reps.
Yeah.
Reps. Lost to the Anaconda Vice, which I popped for.
Mm-hmm.
Being a man of Chicago.
Yes.
And match was whatever.
Kitamura tried.
Crowd dug it. Yeah.
Tenzan is unable to try.
What's next? Oh, this was good. This Roppongi 3K with Rocky versus Suzuki Gun Juniors. El Desperado, Taichi, and Taka.
Okay.
I like the Suzuki Gun Juniors. They're good for like little 8-minute stretches. They're the second best part of Suzuki Gun behind Suzuki. I'm not counting Saber because he's like never around. You know?
Yeah.
Like he's like around like half the time. Of the full-time Suzuki Gun guys, the juniors are the best part of the act other than, quote, the boss. Then again, it's not hard to be better than, Iizuka, who's just pure garbage.
Yeah, or Killer Elite Squad, who are
also not on this show.
Actively bad.
I like the juniors. I love Suzuki. I love Taichi's, I love everything about Taichi's gimmick. Like the chick comes out with like the mask, and he comes out with his giant ass like Castlevania robe, and he's like lip syncing to this microphone stand to like some weird ass like boss music from a Final Fantasy. It's great. The whole thing's great. He starts off with the big robe and like the arm warmers, and then halfway through the match he's wearing just pants, and then 3/4 way through the match he's wearing just trunks. Like he progressively gets less and less clothing. Like when you fight a boss in Super Nintendo and he like loses his armor as it progresses. Like the whole thing is like an homage to like Castlevania Symphony and Night or something. It's great. I love it. I love it. I'm a fan of Taichi. Best heel in the business.
Words that I never thought I would hear.
I'm a fan of you know what? Wrestling's stupid. And you know what? New Japan undercard wrestling is even stupider. So there it is. Speaking of bad music, the Roppongi 3K song is just god awful. Well, like Rocky Ramiro rapping and nobody caring.
Yeah, it's not nearly as good as the Roppongi Vice music.
Suzuki Gun, what else did I put? Rocky's rap is awful. Taka, get rid of Taka and Rocky, and I would enjoy this match. If it was just El Desperado, who's legit awesome, and Taichi versus Despi's great.
I would have preferred Despi and Taka, but
Taka wasn't good in this match. He just wasn't. I mean, I don't know. He's like 50, right? He can't be young. He was wrestling Triple H in like 1999. He can't be a young man.
He's in his 40s. He's not 50 yet.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
I think he's in his early 40s. Something about the number 43 is standing out to me, but I could be entirely wrong about that.
You don't need me to tell you that Show and Yo are the dudes, though. They're pretty great.
Yeah,
they are pretty great. Yeah, they're pretty great.
Legit as hell. They got their shit.
Yeah. It's obviously it's pretty clear that there's going to be Roppongi 3K Suzuki Gun Juniors program.
Yeah.
I'm pretty since Taka took the fall, I'm pretty sure he won't be in the juniors team that challenges them. Maybe it's Despi and Yoshinobu. To be honest,
traditionally, I mean, the last time that Suzuki Gun had the junior tag belts, it was Taichi and Yoshinobu who fought them, who held them. So
yeah, Taichi's got a long history of tag wrestling in all
Japan. Normally, when they do the tags, it's Taichi and Yoshinobu, and then Despi and Taka are the other team. So I don't know. Maybe they'll mix it up. We'll see. Anything's possible.
Did not watch the next match, which was I don't even remember. Oh, Juice and Hanare versus Ishii and Yano. Did watch, because my guy is involved, Suzuki, Iizuka, Yoshinobu versus Makabe and two other people who I forgot. So, Rocky Romero on commentary making Suzuki sound like $1 million makes me happy. Rocky Romero on commentary otherwise god-awful.
Yes.
Real bad. Makabe and Suzuki went after it. Only cool part of this match. Oh, Kushida was involved because it was Kushida and Kanemaru did some cool shit.
Yeah.
Makabe and Suzuki did some cool shit, and then I kind of bounced back and forth. I was doing other stuff. I didn't really watch this match. Best part of the match, though. Of course, it features Suzuki. So you know how every Suzuki Gun match starts with like a bunch of crowd brawling shit?
Yes.
So in the beginning of the match, Suzuki and Makabe are crowd brawling. And Suzuki is choking Makabe with a chair. So Makabe's laying there and Suzuki's got the chair on his throat and he's choking with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
As he is wont to do.
Yeah. Red Shoes Jr. in his little young lion getup with his little like red shirt, you know?
Yeah.
Is like 5 feet from Suzuki in the crowd, like kindly asking him, not touching him. He's not even yelling. He's like kindly asking him, "Hey, Mr. Suzuki, can you please stop choking this man?" Suzuki drops the chair. He's like not even in the way. He drops the chair, walks over to young lion Red Shoes Jr., punches him in the face. The guy takes a bump like he's just been knocked out. And then Suzuki stands over him and goes, "Are you happy?" And then he goes back to choking him.
Nice.
Choking Makabe. Lady Minoru Suzuki is an international treasure. And I will not hear otherwise.
He's spectacular.
I didn't watch the rest of this match, whatever. I was doing other shit and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had Jay White and David Finlay. Chris, pop quiz. Pop quiz, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Who are the 5 worst looks in professional wrestling? Because David Finlay's up there for me.
Oh, you mean like just in terms of appearance?
In terms of appearance. Physique, gear, total.
Ziggler is number 1 for me.
Really? You don't like the weird blonde thing?
I cannot stand the I was in Metallica 1983 look. Not a fan.
Remember when he was with Lana? They had like matching jean jackets.
Oh my god! Fuck everything about that. I don't ever want to remember that even existing.
I didn't think it's Ziggler, but he's pretty bad.
Yeah, I actually don't mind Finley's look because I mean he kind of is
it's a fucking terrible look. Go on though. Give me your other names besides Ziggler.
Shit, that's tough. I'd have to think about it.
Come back to me. I'll give you mine. You ready?
Yeah.
David Finlay, Bray Wyatt. Holy God. I'm not a fan of the whole Lance Archer experience with like the weird handkerchief coming out of the pants.
Fuck all of that.
I'm more okay with David Finlay. David Finlay. What's his name?
David Boy Smith Jr.?
Yeah, David Boy Smith Jr. Because like I can picture a street brawler in like blue jeans with no t-shirt. But like Lance Archer,
that's what Dean Ambrose is.
Yeah, Lance Archer with his horrible tattoos and the weird handkerchief tied together thing coming out of his belt.
Yeah,
that's no good.
Yeah.
Let's see, what are their bad looks? Bad looks. I love the Okada bell bottoms look, but I'm apparently the only one in the world who does. So I'm the only one on that. I'm the only one on that island. The whole Izuka thing sucks with the chain.
Yeah, Izuka's whole gimmick, he just needs to retire, period.
Yeah, he's no good. But, like, my point is that David Finlay has a terrible fucking look. He has the long-ass Chris Hero hair with this, like, thick-ass Grizzly Adams beard, a gut, tight tights, weird Randy Orton tribal tattoos on his back, and some, like, paragraph tattoo to his forearm. Now, I'm Team Tattoo, Chris, as we've discussed. But, like, this is a terrible fucking look. And he's, like, pale as hell. Like,
no, taking after his father in that regard, yes.
So, but here's why I love this. You ready? Setting that aside, all honesty, you know why I love New Japan Pro Wrestling? It's not because of Minoru Suzuki. It's not because of Kazu Okada. It's not because of the G1 or the Tokyo Dome or Dominion or Power Struggle or even bullshit, like Minoru Suzuki punching a guy in the face. Although that is great. Mm-hmm. You know why I love New Japan? Because everything matters. You ever watch The Wire? The TV show, The Wire. It's the saying of The Wire when they're trying to figure out what's going on. All the pieces matter. Let me tell you what I mean here, Chris. Mm-hmm. David Finlay and Jay White were young lions together, right?
Yes.
They wrestled 9 times. Finlay beat him the first time when they were young lions. Jay White beat him the next 8 times. That was 2 years ago. They called back to that in this match because David Finlay said, "You may have beaten me 8 times, but I'm a changed man. And even though you're a changed man, I'm coming after you and I'm coming after that belt."
Mm-hmm.
All the pieces matter, Chris.
Yes.
Here's why all the pieces matter. They're having a match, and it's a good match. Made my spreadsheet. I think I went 3.5. Solid match. Good TV show match. 3 3/4.
Okay.
David Finlay is an honorable man, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has been forever since he's been in this company.
Yes.
There's a segment where he has a chair, and he's about to blast Jay White in the head, but he drops the chair because he's an honorable man, and he's been in that dojo with Jay White. And sometimes, man, your past holds on to you.
Mm-hmm.
Led to the finish. White won with the switchblade, as you should have. Or the Blade Runner, as you should have.
Yes.
Here's what I love, part 2 about this match. Jay White takes the ice pack, and he goes up to David Finlay, and he puts it on his chest. Oh, shit. Maybe Jay White's a changed man after all. Maybe he's helping out his fellow young lion. Nope. He fucking traps the arm like he's 2006 Bryan Danielson and starts elbowing dude in the head over and over again until he passes out.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. Just raining down the elbows like he's Bryan Danielson and David Finlay's Nigel McGuinness.
That's amazing.
Thing of beauty. I am all in on this Jay White. All in.
Amazing. Yeah.
I'm turned the corner. You know what? The Tokyo Dome was a bad match. Guys have bad matches. We talked about Patrick Clark last week having a bad match. Yep. It happens. Young guys have bad matches.
Yes.
Don't sell Jay White. He is a superstar in the making. And don't sell Patrick Clark either while we're talking about it. Also superstar in the making.
Yeah.
Jay White's the dude.
I told you, man.
We know he can go in the ring. I was worried about this character. But this shit-talking heel who's causing trouble in the promos, where he's talking about, he says, I told you I would destroy the Bullet Club, where he's talking shit to Rocky Romero because Rocky Romero isn't getting show or junior matches. And he's, helping out David Finlay only to elbow him in the head, and he's the ultimate loner and the ultimate manipulator, and he's coming for Kaz Okada's belt. You know what? Sooner or later, he's going to get that match against Okada.
Yeah.
He may even happen at the G1.
And it will be spectacular.
It will be great. Yeah. It will be a callback to everything.
Mm-hmm.
And Okada's going to beat him, as he should. Maybe not, though, if it's a G1.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. But you know what? All the pieces matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler having matches for 3 months and then never seeing it again. Right?
Yeah.
Everything matters.
Yep.
Every fall in this company matters. And that's why I love New Japan. Not for the style, not for that. It's that all the story shit is important. And it rewards you for watching for years. We've watched this shit for years, Chris. Years.
Yes.
And what do we get out of it? We saw Naito when he went on excursion and he was nothing. And we followed his arc for 2 years and he came back. And he's still over because everything matters. There's no wasted motion in this company, and I love it.
Yeah.
So, main event, real quick, because we're not going that long. Main event was an elimination Chaos versus LIJ match.
Mm-hmm.
Eliminations were pin, submission, over the top rope, disqualification.
Yeah.
2 eliminations. Okay, so it's Gedo, Ospreay, Yoshihashi, Goto, and Okada on one side versus Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi, Tetsuya Naito, Evil, and Sanada on the other side. Now, all 5 of those guys are going to be facing against all 5 of the other guys at the show in a couple days. Tomorrow.
Yes. They are the top 5 build matches on the card.
Yeah. It's going to be Gedo versus Bushi in a special challenge match.
Mm-hmm.
Ospreay versus Hiromu for the junior, which should be fucking batshit crazy.
Oh, yeah.
2 guys who have no regard for their own well-being. Yoshihashi versus Naito in a nothing match, but that's okay. Mm-hmm. Goto versus Evil for the never, which should be 2 guys just beating the shit out of each other. And Okada versus Sanada for the heavyweight title, which is Sanada's chance. This is your chance that you're one of the big boys, Sanada. Now, he is a super athlete. He's not quite there yet in the character, and he's not quite there yet in the gimmick, and he's not quite yet there in the persona.
They actually have let him speak and have his own promo time during this feud, which has been actually quite excellent.
Helpful.
Because like the silent assassin guy, it's a good character, but it only has so much mileage. But letting him speak and actually like establishing, all right, yeah, this is a guy who understands the importance of things and is willing to measure himself accordingly. Actually works wonders.
I'm excited for this match, not because Sonata's going to win. Although, holy shit, if Sonata won.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. But you know what? There's going to be that moment where he hits that weird spinning RKO thing. You know what I'm talking about?
He's going to lock in Skull End is what it's going to happen.
Well, he's got that other finisher, too, where he like throws you up in the air and he hits that twisting RKO.
Yeah.
He's going to hit that, and I'm going to buy it as the finish because Okada's that damn good.
Yes.
That's why I love this shit, Chris.
Well, also, didn't Sonata win this match with the Rainmaker?
That was tomorrow night.
Oh,
that was the next night. Yeah, the next night.
Okay.
He didn't win with the Rainmaker. He hit the Rainmaker, and then Evil won with the STO.
Right.
Everything is evil.
Yes. But yeah, so Okada might win with the Skull End. That would be freaking hilarious.
Or that weird, what'd you call it, the red ink? The Cobra Clutch.
That's Okada's submission. I'm talking like because the whole trading moves thing.
Yeah.
Because they do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's either way.
So over the top rope,
mm-hmm.
Ospreay gets thrown over the top rope, but he's holding onto the apron. And Hiromu Takahashi, because he's fucking crazy, eliminates himself by jumping over the top rope and tries to apron powerbomb Ospreay to eliminate him. But Ospreay's holding on. Sunset flip powerbomb onto the floor. But Ospreay's holding on until until Naito comes up and spits him in the face. Spits in his face. Which then causes him to let go of the ropes and then get powerbombed. That's how they eliminated Will Ospreay.
Nice.
Gedo got eliminated by DQ when he unmasked Bushi, who took the shirts and put it over his face and then flipped over the ropes because he couldn't see. Like, shit like that. Match was fun. A lot of fun.
That's happened a couple times when Bushi gets unmasked, actually.
Yeah. Match was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Evil looked great. At one point, it was Sonata Evil versus Okada, Yoshihashi, and Goto.
Mm-hmm.
Evil eliminated Okada by throwing him over the top rope after Darkness Falls.
Nice.
Yeah. Like Goto versus Evil. And then it was Goto and Yoshihashi versus Evil, and Evil eliminated them both. Evil's getting the rocket.
He's the dude.
He's getting the rocket, man. I mean, he is the dude. So
he's a fucking master.
Yep.
I love that guy.
Yoshihashi and Evil had a nice little exchange at the end. Like, this was a fun match.
I'm wearing my Everything is Evil shirt right now, so that's perfect.
Yeah, Evil is amazingly. I thought it was going to be just stupid as shit with the purple hair and the guy liner and the giant, Spirit of Halloween sickle.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something there, man. There's something there.
There's a lot there.
So,
he's the dude.
Yeah, that was night one. I didn't watch I didn't watch night two except for Nakanishi Kitamura, which was garbage, as I'm sure you can imagine.
But yeah, because Nakanishi can't walk either.
He can't move, and Kitamura's not good enough to carry him. And
the Kitamura Challenge series is a good idea, but it
was kids
not executed well.
No, it was okay before it became the old guys.
Yeah, I think the only good match so far. I mean, I didn't watch the Elgin match because Elgin, but I mean the Juice match was.
The Juice was good. I saw that. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But didn't he wrestle Yoshihashi too?
No. It was.
Then why not?
It was Elgin first, and then
the Juice.
No, I thought.
And then Kojima. And then Kojima was in there before he ripped his knee up, right?
Kojima was either first or second.
Yeah.
So Kojima.
The point is, first. Why isn't he wrestling a Yoshihashi? Why isn't he wrestling a low-level guy from Suzuki-gun? Like, why isn't he wrestling Taka or Taichi? Like,
because weight classes are a thing.
Which is
stupid, but
why isn't he wrestling Toru Yano? Like, he should not be working the old guys. Like, yes, he's not working Okada. Yes, he's not working Naito. Yes, he's not working, Sonata or Omega. But you can't tell me he can't wrestle Hangman Page.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
or
It's like
Lance
that.
Archer.
It's like they're actively trying to keep him away from the faction shit.
Yeah, I guess, but it's dumb.
It is.
Fuck, throw him in there against Jushin Liger. It'll be fun as hell.
Mm-hmm.
The old guys can't move. The tag match, and then I'll stop talking because I've been talking for a while.
Okay.
Evil and Sonata versus Okada and Goto.
Yeah.
I love this. That in order for them to get singles titles matches, they had to put up the tag belt as an exchange.
Yeah.
I dug that. That was great. The story was simple as hell. Can the cohesive team work better than the two single stars?
Yeah.
And the answer was yes, but it was subtle in that like Okada and Goto would sometimes get their signals crossed, but then compensate because they're two pretty good guys.
Yes.
But like Okada or Evil and Sonata never crossed up because they know each other so well.
Yeah.
Gave you just enough of a taste to set up for the singles matches. Like Okada and Sonata wrestled for a minute and a half.
Yep.
Tagged out. Goto and Evil wrestled for a minute and a half. Tagged out. First 10 minutes were fine. Last 5 minutes were awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need me to tell you that Okada works well with everybody.
Yeah.
Sonata looked awesome. Became really great down the stretch. Sonata hits the Rainmaker on Okada.
Yeah.
Then they hit the Magic Killer on Goto. Darkness Falls. Lots of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Would recommend. Good match. Real good match.
Definitely.
Evil wins with the STO on Goto.
Nice.
So, good match. Fun match. Would recommend. Made the spreadsheet. I think I went 3 3/4.
Nice.
So, yeah, fun little Road to New Beginning show.
I'll give that a look-see.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
In a slow week, it's good that we talk about this stuff sometimes.
For sure.
So.
All right. So let's talk about Osaka, which is going to be tomorrow night at 3 a.m. So technically Saturday morning.
So like 18 hours from now, give or take.
A little bit more than that.
Give or take. So
yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah. So first up, we've got match 6 in the Kitamura Challenge Series. Kitamura versus Yuji Nagata. Which might actually be pretty good.
Yeah, Nagata's of the old guys. Nagata's probably the best. He had a great G1.
Yeah, Nagata can still go. Nagata, as we'll talk about All Japan in just a little bit. First time ever talking about All Japan on this show, but Nagata actually was just won the All Japan tag titles with Jun Akiyama recently. So Nagata still has something left. So this match should be pretty good. Then we've got Roppongi 3K versus the Suzuki-kun team of they are mixing up, as it turns out. It's El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru.
Is it for the belts or no?
No, it's not for the belts.
Then I think Kanemaru and El Desperado win.
Maybe
they're gonna do that thing that I fucking hate, where the champ loses a non-title match to set up a title match down the road. Yeah. I hate that. It annoys me when New Japan does it. It annoys me when WWE does it.
Yeah.
Oh no! You pinned the champion. Now what? Mm-hmm. Oh, you're gonna wrestle the champion for the belt and lose. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Like I hate that.
Yeah, it's terrible.
No. Then we have Makabe, Elgin, Kushida, and Taguchi versus the rest of Suzuki Gun.
Yep.
Whatever.
Suzuki, Taka, and Iizuka.
It's like half the guys in this match don't give a fuck. Like Makabe, Suzuki, Iizuka, Taichi, none of these guys care. The only person in this match who probably cares is Kushida, to be honest.
I'm actively not looking forward to this because they're probably going to continue this whole Ryusuke Taguchi as a sex offender thing.
Did you watch that? Where like with Abe?
Yeah, with Miho Abe. It really just speaks to how tone.
It's very depressing where Mike Elgin's not the biggest scumbag in a match.
Yeah, and like there are people trying to like defend the whole thing as saying like, oh well, Liger's whole character used to be that he was this giant, sexual predator or whatever. It's like, who fucking cares what it was?
Liger's whole character said he's an anime character.
He's 2018. It's 2018 now. Move the fuck on.
This is. The only saving grace with this shit is that it's deep in the undercard.
Yeah.
And even that's just like a barely passable excuse.
As tone deaf as it could possibly be. Then we've got
very dumb. And you know what? Even worse. What makes it even worse of all? Taguchi's the baby face.
yeah, I know. That's the most annoying part of it all.
I could maybe get with it if it's the heel who's getting his ass kicked at the end.
Yeah,
maybe put up with it. You know,
that is not how this goes.
No, he's the quote good guy, and he's the one who's like lunging at the woman and like groping her. Like, what are you doing, man? Come on.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Like, I'm happy that the heel manager is kicking the baby face in the sack.
Yeah,
this is all wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So
do the right thing. Then we've got Switchblade Jay White, Tomohiro Ishii, and Toru Yano versus David Finlay, Juice Robinson, and Toa Henare.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
chaos.
Random six-man.
Chaos wins.
Chaos probably wins. Then we've got the 5 matches that you just discussed. We've got Bushi versus Gedo, Naito versus Yoshihashi,
Naito,
Takahashi versus Ospreay.
I'm going to say Takahashi, but it should be Ospreay.
Evil versus Goto. And Okada versus Sonata. I think Goto and Okada retain. I think Will gives it up. But I wouldn't be surprised if Will retained either.
I think Will gives it up, and Goto and
no,
I think Will gives it up, and Goto and Okada retain.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Exactly.
I think you're right. It took me a second. My neurons were not firing in the right direction. It took me a second to figure out what the hell you're talking about. Okada.
Good. Yeah. I mean, Okada definitely is holding the belt. I mean,
what if this is Sonata's time?
I don't think that they're going to have him do that at friggin' New Beginning.
You know what though? If you want to make a guy, we talk about this all the time. I mean, I'm not saying they will, and I'm not saying they should. But if you want to make somebody, I mean capital N, capital A, capital K, capital E, make somebody. There's no better way than have Sonata tap that fucker out in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, we had this argument over Takeover Chicago.
True.
Which I then decided not to get into. But I'm not going to get into it any further.
Oh, with Ember Moon?
Gargano and Almas.
Oh no, that wasn't Takeover Chicago. That was Takeover just now.
Yeah, Takeover Philly. I'm sorry. Takeover Philly. I'm sorry.
I was thoroughly confused.
Yeah, Takeover Philly. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that's a little ex post facto booking on your part, but that's okay.
Well, that was in the moment, like from way back when it actually took place.
Yeah, but if you want to make Sonata, like now's the perfect time.
Mm-hmm. That would be an interesting way to go about it. Yes, absolutely.
So I don't think it's going to happen though.
No,
I don't think it should happen.
Not yet. I mean, especially if you've got the rocket strapped to Evil, you don't want to suddenly.
Yeah, Evil's the dude.
Evil's the one who needs to be made before the year is out, and I'm sure that he will be. Anyway, that's New Japan, New Beginning.
I'm excited for that. I'm excited for those last 3, the title matches.
I'm excited for all five of those. The top of the card there. I mean, even Bushi Gedo should be a pretty good match because at least there's there's an established animosity between the two of them, so they should make it good. But either all 5 of those I think will be good to great matches.
Sure.
So, next we're gonna go. Like I said, we're gonna talk about All Japan for the first time ever on this show. All Japan.
Well, we talked about that Zeus and Joe Doring match.
Yes.
We need to get this. We need to get this streaming service.
Yes, it's a good thing All Japan does have a streaming service now because they just recently announced the lineup for their 2018 Champion Carnival, which is All Japan's equivalent of the G1.
Sounds unbelievable.
Tournament is set to run across 15 shows between April 7th and April 30th, so it's about 2 months away.
We should have an in-depth preview.
Yes, we will have an in-depth.
We have time. It'll be Mania season, though.
Well, we can just run down the 2 blocks real quick just to get the names out there. In A block, we have Kento Miyahara, Shuji Ishikawa, Yuji Hino, Shingo Tagaki. I'm sorry, I'm butchering these names. I'm not on my Japanese tonight. Ryoji Sai, The Bodyguard.
Yeah.
Naoya Nomura and Joe Doring. And then
especially the top, Miyahara, Doring, the bodyguard, good stuff.
Yeah. In B block, then, in a surprise, seeing as how he announced he was retiring from the Champions Carnival last year, a surprise, Jun Akiyama is returning. So there's a unexpected name at the top of B block. We also have Kai, Zeus, Naomichi Marufuji, Suwama, Yoshitatsu, Yutaki Yoshi, and James Radin, who was formerly known as 01. Or formerly from the company 01, I should say.
Yeah, that is a stacked.
Yeah,
that is a stacked Champions Carnival.
Yeah, I'm actually changing my pick. I initially had picked it to be Miyahara versus Marufuji in the finals, with Miyahara winning it all. But because Miyahara is currently one half of the All Japan World Tag Team Champions, alongside Yoshitatsu, I'm actually changing my pick. I'm gonna go with Zeus winning it all.
Really?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm picking Zeus.
And then beating Doring for the belt?
Well, I'm picking Zeus to face Doring in the finals to set up the match for the belt. I don't know if he's going to actually win the belt, but I'm picking Zeus to win it. I think it would be quite an interesting way to shake things up. So that's who I got. Are you sticking with your pick of Miyahara?
Yeah, I'm sticking with Miyahara.
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
It's not a bad pick. Miyahara is not a bad pick by any means. He's a great guy.
What if Sonata beats Okada? Now I'm thinking about it.
Miyahara is a good guy too. Stay on topic.
Because remember, Okada beat Tanahashi at New Beginning like in 2012. Out of nowhere.
Was it for the belt?
I don't know. All right. I don't remember. I thought it was for the belt.
I don't think it was.
Well, whatever. We'll go again. What if Sonata wins? What if he wins, Chris? What if Seiyu Sonata is the guy who fucking slays the dragon? Slays the dragon, Chris.
Let me tell you something. I would legitimately fall out of my chair in shock if that happens.
I'm gonna have to turn my phone off and wake up and then watch the show without any interruptions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a direct message from our friend of the show, Philip Dawson, about this. You know?
Yeah.
Stupid heroes in their weird ass time zones. You know?
Out of nowhere.
What if he fucking does it?
See,
this is why everything matters.
Yes.
Chris, everything matters because they're giving me that little seed of doubt in the back of my head. But so, all right, Chris, I didn't watch any WWE. Did you?
I watched NXT.
How was it?
It was good. I thought it was good. People are saying it was just okay, but I liked it a lot. Opening of the show was a tag match between my boys Heavy Machinery and the Bad Football Men, Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss.
I love how the Bad Football Men's gimmick is that they only show up for the first night of every taping, lose to a tag team, and then you never see them again.
They're starting to plant the seeds of possible dissension between the two of them, and they might be having a bit of a falling out because they were definitely not. There were some egos clashing in the match against Heavy Machinery, and they were definitely not on the same page. So we might be seeing the two of them breaking up. Which I mean,
think the world needs a Tino Sabatelli Riddick Moss feud.
I don't think the world needs either of them to have a singles run.
No,
let's call that what it is. But you know, that is what it is. Then we had an in-ring promo from one Mr. Johnny Gargano, wherein which he thanked the crowd for his match, for their energy and for believing in him during his match with Almas. And then he called out Ciampa, or attempted to call out Ciampa, and instead Almas came out with Zelina and started talking shit to him. Johnny, in a spectacular moment, said, "My favorite moment of the night was the energy of the crowd in my match with Andrade. My second favorite moment of the night was my wife jumping the guardrail and beating the holy hell out of you." And then who should, of course, show up as Candice, and Candice shoves Zelina out of the ring. Johnny shoves Andrade out of the ring. The two of them huff off to the top of the stage, and Zelina says, "What's it going to take to get rid of you? We've beaten you 3 times. When are you going to learn? When are you going to go?" And Johnny says, "You want me to go? Give me one more shot at that, and I'll put my career on the line." So that seems to be a match that will be made. I don't know for when, but it looks like Johnny Gargano is putting his NXT career on the line for one more shot.
Here's my problem with NXT,
and
I'm talking in general, and I'm staying spoiler free.
Okay.
I can't invest, and maybe this is on me. I can't invest in these characters when I know that they're inevitably going to probably get squandered on the main roster.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
it is trying.
Like,
it is definitely trying to have to.
I remember watching the Bayley thing, and I loved. Obviously, Bayley Sasha Banks was a great match and a great moment. We were all happy with the top rope, belly to belly or belly to Bayley. Bayley won the belt, and we were all thrilled. We all were. But in the back of my head, I was like, "Yeah, this ain't gonna end well. This ain't gonna end well, Chris." And it hasn't ended well for Bayley, and it hasn't ended well for a lot of guys in NXT. Some of it has. Some of it better off. Samoa Joe's better off on the main roster when he's healthy than he was in NXT.
Yes.
But like, Shinsuke Nakamura wasted a year of his life and ours. So I don't know. Maybe that's on me. Maybe I'm too hypercritical. Maybe I'm just random internet smart. Oh, I can't watch this because WWE's gonna screw it up. I don't know. Like,
I don't blame you for that.
Johnny Gargano on 205 Live does nothing for me, man. I know Triple H is running the show now and blah 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 blah, but like, still.
Yeah,
205 Live. I watched 205 Live Sunday. So the 205 Live from 2 weeks ago, where it was fuck was it? Tyler Bate and TJP, and then another match. I don't even remember. It's on my spreadsheet somewhere. And they're both good matches, but nobody cared.
Cedric?
Yes. Cedric versus, yes.
Yeah,
they're both good matches, but nobody cared. Crowd couldn't give a fuck, Like,
the crowd did get invested into Mustafa Cedric, but
I don't want that to happen to Johnny Gargano.
Yeah. No, I see exactly where you're coming from, and
I can't get invested.
I feel you on that. I'm with you on that, and it is hard, and the rumors that came out this week about Ronda Rousey's purpose in WWE only made that worse.
Yeah.
Which we won't address those in full because I'd like to see what happens.
We're waiting,
first.
Ladies and germs. We're waiting.
But there's like the way that we watch these things play out, naturally leads itself to a sense of cynicism, which is disheartening, but it is what it is.
I am not normally a cynical red ass. Normally in my normal life, but it's just so easy to just be beaten down by these people sometimes,
Yes.
So, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens when they leave the loving embrace of NXT and they get thrown out to the wolves in the main roster.
Yeah. So after that promo, Bianca Belair beat Enhancement Talent. They are definitely building her up for something huge.
Good.
Because she won in dominant fashion, and it looked.
I love squash, Matt. Love a good squash.
Yeah, she's definitely got her character work down. Even when she doesn't get a chance to talk, she's got the presence about her. She walks with the swagger of somebody who calls herself the best.
Does she walk with Elias?
No,
we could all walk with Elias. He's great. The rare case of a gimmick falling apart in NXT and being awesome on the main roster, and then the match starts and nobody cares. That's the problem with Elias. Like, everything other than the wrestling is great. Then the bell rings and it's like, oh,
he's not terrible, but it's WWE style, so they don't give him a whole lot to work with.
That's it. He's not terrible, but the main roster, like, there's not a lot of not terrible or worse wrestlers on the main roster. See what you will about the WWE. The in-ring quality is, at the very least, good on a match-to-match basis. I mean, sure, there's like a 2-minute match with like Apollo Crews and whomever. It's a 2-minute match, but like at least you know these guys can work if given time. I don't. You really want to see like a 12-minute Elias match?
I've seen a 12-minute Elias match. I watched a 12-minute Elias match live of him and Oni Lorcan, and they both looked good in that match. It wasn't an Oni carry job. Elias pulled his weight in that match, and he despite getting the shit booed out of him by the NXT live crowd, I was impressed with him in that match. So, but again, different strokes. I predicted back, at that point in time, actually, when I saw that live match, I was like, you know what? This NXT crowd is shitting on him, but he's going to be a hit on the main roster. I can see it happening. And my buddies that I was at the show with, they laughed in my face when I said that. Now look, they're both saying the exact same thing as you. Oh, we love Elias. Elias is awesome. And in the back of my head, I'm just thinking to myself, yeah, what did you say back in December of 2016, huh? I really want to, pull that card on them, but being the nice guy that I am, I usually don't. But all the same. The end of the show after the squash match was a tornado tag match between Sanity and the Undisputed Era, which was a lot of fun. Like,
ooh, it sounds like it.
Tornado tag matches, by definition, are chaotic and crazy, and normally not a lot of actual work happens in them. But guys made this one work pretty well. It was a good match. Killian Dane was the spotlight of the match. They're definitely building him up for something big too, which is well deserved because he is the dude. He won with the Ulster Plantation, I think, on Fish. It was either on Fish or O'Reilly, but I think it was on Fish. And he just dominated all throughout the match, with one exception. There was a spot when he had Adam Cole leaning against the table on the outside, and he went to give Cole a senton, and Cole moved out of the way, so he wound up just eating the table. But other than that, Dane was just a star in that match. He looked great. And I can't wait to see what else they do with him, because he definitely could use the rub.
I like Killian Dane.
Yeah,
I mean, that's my groundbreaking hot take analysis. Yeah. I like Killian Dane. Mm-hmm. I like him. He's cool.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Let's see what else.
Big angry guys beating the shit out of other people always makes me happy. I'm a simple man, Chris.
Yes. There's not really much else to say.
So
that was good. We do have to talk about the what we have so far for the Elimination Chamber card, which is
sure.
2 weeks. 2 weeks from Sunday is the Elimination Chamber.
Well, that's fast.
Sunday the 25th.
The 25th. I like it. Okay. What do we got?
Well, first of all, we've been having a series of singles matches for to determine the 6 spots for the men's.
Hey, did you watch Raw?
No.
Okay, I did not watch this live.
I caught the highlights. So if I'm wrong, tell me if I'm wrong. So Elias beats Cena, right? Mm-hmm.
And then Braun kills Elias after the match.
Yes.
Why?
Because they want to give the illusion that Braun is still this big dominant force. But the problem with that is, I'm not the only one saying this. There are a lot of people.
I did not watch this live, so I'm just going by the little YouTube clips.
There are a lot of people that I speak to who are saying this, but Braun's gimmick at this point is he's a big dude that can push shit over, and that's really all there is to him. And they if they keep having him lose, then nobody's going to ever take him seriously. And that's exactly what we're dealing with right now. He is, he keeps losing these matches that are important, and he's a cartoon character. That's a good description. Yeah.
Yeah, and here's another thing. When you're done.
Yeah, I mean, he sends out this tweet afterwards with the picture of him standing tall over Elias and Cena. He's like something with the caption of like who's the victor now, or who's winning now, or something like that. And it's like, well, you still lost the match, so not you.
Yeah, see, that's it. That's it. Like, and the match was so that the winner can come out last, right? That was the stakes of the match. First of all, that was cool. I'm okay with adding stakes like that. And if it makes it my dream of a stool and the guitar in the pod, and Elias just playing guitar for 20 minutes, then I'm okay with it. You know. But like, here's my larger issue. There's like John Cena's like the last star in this company, the last real mover of numbers, the last real popper of buy rates is John Cena. Some of that is by design. We talked about the brand above all. Yep. Some of that is because the people they have pushed to be stars have not caught on with the masses the way that John Cena has. It is a high bar. So, and I'm not going to go down the road of is Roman Reigns the guy, is he not the guy? It's not the point of my conversation.
Yeah.
My point is that John Cena is the star, a star. Him doing the job to Elias on Monday Night Raw with no build. It just seems kind of a waste of his star power, you know? Like, it just seems like...
Especially when you know that Elias isn't winning the match.
Exactly.
There's no fucking way that Elias is winning the match.
If he does the job to Roman, great, fine. Cool. Or if he does the job to Braun, great, fine. But Elias ain't those two guys, you know?
Yeah.
I like Elias. I like him a lot. But it just seems like a waste of John's rapidly diminishing star power that he's just laying on his back a lot this year. He's been on the mat a whole hell of a lot this year.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's over, but I don't know if he's going to be the mega draw that he was. And maybe he never was going to be. It's been 10 years. So, more. 12 years. 5, 13 years. And these things have a shelf life, even for someone like him. But it just seems like a waste of his wattage that he's putting over Elias, only for then Elias to be destroyed right after the bell.
Yeah.
It seems kind of backwards to me.
Yeah. It's like the whole idea of like transferring star power from one person to another is idiotic to me.
It is idiotic.
That's not how it works.
No, either you have it or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it doesn't mean that I see John Cena laying down for Elias Sampson getting us anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Elias is a mid-card comedy act, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. World needs ditch diggers too, Chris. We've talked about that. And I'm a fan. I walk with Elias. You know, but
you're fully on board, yeah.
I am on board with Elias, but I am also on board with keeping some of that John Cena aura intact.
Yeah. That is the smart thing to do.
That is my question. Again, I did not watch this live. I did not watch any of the build. I watched a 3-minute YouTube clip.
Yeah.
I saw Braun Strowman try to start a one more time chant that didn't take. That was yeesh.
Yeah.
You watch that where he power slams them and he tries to get people to chant one more time and like 3 guys in the front row chant it and that's it. That was a little bit of a cringe. It's just, I would not be. What is John Cena doing at WrestleMania?
Maybe wrestling Elias.
Elias beat him. Yes, Braun was there. I know. Blah blah blah. Like, I don't know. They cannot be dragging out the corpse the Undertaker for this shit, are they? There's no chance.
No.
I should say there's no chance because it is wrestling. But like, geesh, I don't need to see Undertaker 1 year older.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they have put that to bed. Between that like cryptic as shit promo on the 25th anniversary of Raw.
I forgot about that. The rest in peace promo. I told you I thought he was going to introduce like the dead people segment, like at the Oscars.
Yeah, no, it's
all right. Now we're doing the video, right? No, not so much. It's just
yeah.
What is John Cena doing? Is he wrestling Samoa Joe? How long is Joe out for?
Till probably April, I think. I don't remember.
Oh,
it's like right after Mania.
Oh,
It's not like right after Mania, I
Finn
think.
Balor? Like, what do we? Let us assume it's not Cena Undertaker.
Yeah.
Because I still think if Undertaker is around, they are going to try that match, and it will be a mess, but they're going to try it. Let's live in a world where Cena Undertaker is not the Mania match.
Yeah. Please.
What do you do? You're Vince McMahon, damn it. You've just had a lift. You've just had a great workout, Vince McMahon. What do you do with John Cena at WrestleMania?
God, I don't know.
Neither do I. There's nothing good.
I mean,
AJ Nakamura.
We've already established it's going to be Braun Roman and AJ Nakamura.
Brock Roman.
Brock Roman, I mean.
Technically they haven't. Technically, the only match that they've established in canon is AJ Nakamura in some form or fashion.
Well, you can
theoretically call the audible and have it be Roman Cena too.
No, because
that's the only thing for you.
The chamber match is for the title shot against Brock at Mania.
Well, have someone else win, and then Cena and Roman eliminate each other or something. Like I'm not theoretically. I'm saying theoretically. And I am not saying this is the right move. And I'm not saying this is. I'm just saying, in theory, who's in this match?
In the Elimination Chamber match so far, we've got Braun, Elias, Cena, Roman, Miz, and a TBD.
Okay, so theoretically, and again, Brock could face Braun, and Roman and Cena could face each other. That is an option, is what I'm saying. It is not a good option.
Let me just
not a good option.
Let me clarify. Also, the TBD is going to be determined this coming Monday on Raw in a Fatal 4-Way second chance match between Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, Matt Hardy, and Apollo Crews.
So Finn Balor.
Yeah.
So you could, you can have Balor, Brock, God help us, and then Roman Cena too. I'm saying there are avenues here for this.
There are.
And I am not saying that these are what should happen. I'm saying that they have not yet written in ink. They're still writing in pencil. So. My question to you, Chris: what do you do with John Cena at WrestleMania?
I don't do Cena Roman too. Not a chance.
Neither do I.
That does negative things for me.
Neither do I. But I'm saying if they wanted to, that is an option.
Yeah, but I would not.
Cena Braun?
Not in a million years.
Cena Braun does anything for you?
It's not needed. Them having Braun getting the rub of beating John Cena at WrestleMania. Literally does nothing.
No.
Tanya said it in the chat. Beating John Cena means absolutely nothing anymore.
Because they're jobbing him out to Elias and Nakamura and all these other guys.
Yeah. Beating John Cena stopped meaning anything when Alberto Del Rio beat him for the U.S. title.
In 2.5 years ago.
And
then went nowhere.
Yeah, and then went nowhere. Yeah.
So
that was when a win over Cena stopped meaning anything.
You're 100% right. So, do you there's not a lot of options here. Cena Rollins again?
No. I'm thinking they might actually just have John be the
host.
The host, which is a fucking which is the biggest fucking glaring neon sign saying the death knell of WWE is imminent.
Yeah, creatively, at least, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Well, what would you do with him though? I don't have an answer, and I'm not trying to put you in the spot because I do not have a good answer either. My absolute best case answer is Cena Roman too, but that's not even a good answer. That's a shitty answer.
That's a terrible answer. But
that's the best I can think of. Unless you want to do Cena and Nikki versus another mixed match challenge tag team or something, or
Cena Balor again.
Yeah, no thanks. Maybe he doesn't do anything. Maybe is there someone on SmackDown he can face in a crossover, even though he's technically still a member of the SmackDown roster? We think. Wasn't he on Team SmackDown at Survivor Series?
You could always do Cena Orton again.
Yeah, I'm the only person in the world who liked their first 480 matches.
Yeah. Cena versus Orton, the 900th chapter.
Yeah. The epilogue. Cena-verse Orton, the epilogue. You know they had an Iron Man match? Did you ever watch it?
No.
It's better than you think, but not that much better than you think.
I'm
almost positive it was a 16-minute Iron Man match, too.
I'm on board with this. Have Cena be the one to tag with Ronda against Triple H and Steph.
Why the hell? Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I mean,
I'm okay with that.
If you're gonna have Braun do it, then have Cena do it.
I'm 100% okay with that.
IC? That does something for you?
I mean, Cena does still need the IC in order to get his. I don't even. Yeah, I guess it would be a Grand Slam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is technically his Grand Slam. Yeah, so I mean, you could do that.
Bobby Roode do something for you?
No.
Yeah. So like,
I do not need to see two 40-year-olds.
No,
wrestling
God.
for the U.S. title.
So like, I mean, off the top of my head, WrestleMania. This is my slapdash thrown together WrestleMania on the men's side. Brock Roman, AJ Nakamura, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus the Usos. I think that would be a lot of fun. Change of pace. Braun Ronda versus Triple H Stephanie in the holy fuck me match. If you're gonna go smoke and mirrors and throw Braun in that match. Why the hell not?
Yeah.
That's gonna be where I walk around the Superdome and buy a t-shirt match, by the way.
Nice. Good choice.
And or get some gumbo. You know, have another hurricane, so I'll be hammered by then.
Nice. Good choice. Have another hurricane.
Yeah. What do you do with John Cena?
This WrestleMania is not shaping up to be very good, but that's a long ways off right now.
Yeah.
We'll leave that for another time.
So I honestly don't have an answer. What do you do? Class in the chat.
Well,
what do you guys do with John Cena?
Let's also use this as a way to segue into the last part of our discussion before we close out the show, which is that the injury bug has gone crazy once again. We talked about Samoa Joe being out. Jason Jordan is now out indefinitely after just having to have minimally invasive neck surgery. Seth Rollins has been working with a bad back. Sheamus is probably going to be like...
Sheamus has a bad neck / back.
Yeah, only able to do minimal amounts of work. I don't know. I forget who else is there because I know that there are a bunch of others.
Of injuries?
Yeah.
I think.
Somebody tweeted about it. WWE injury report.
You sent it to us.
Okay, yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
All right. Big Cass torn ACL August 21st. Expected return after WrestleMania. Jeff Hardy shoulder surgery expected to return spring 2018.
That's now. Jeff Hardy, John Cena.
Big Show. Yeah.
Big Show dead.
Recovering from complications following his hip resurfacing surgery, expected to return late summer.
I thought it was Big Show doesn't have any money because his strip mall venture failed.
No. R-Truth sidelined, had surgery on December 5th, return unknown. Noam Dar underwent knee surgery December 14th, expected to return May. Samoa Joe, foot injury on January 8th, off live events through March. Maurice on maternity leave. Paige,
not an injury, obviously.
Paige, WWE career reportedly over. Dean Ambrose.
Did you notice during the beatdown that she was nowhere near like any of the physical action? They are keeping her as far away from the physical stuff as possible.
Yeah. Dean Ambrose, triceps tendon injury sustained December 17th, had surgery December 19th. WWE claims he's expected to miss 9 months.
Yeah.
Alicia Fox, broken tailbone on January 27th, expected out several months.
Lars Sullivan.
D. Brian Kendrick, orbital wall fracture, minimally displaced nasal bridge fracture from a Hideo Itami GTS on December 25th. I'm not likely to require surgery, expected to return in February. Jason
Lars Sullivan, bad knee.
Talked about. I don't see that. I don't see that on the injury report.
Well, it's not an injury report because it's NXT. But Lars Sullivan, bad knee.
Well, no, they do have an NXT injury report here. I'm on Fightful right now for it. But we'll get to that. This is from today, actually. So I don't know. Maybe that's just not known. On SmackDown side, Maria Kanellis out on maternity leave. Samir Singh torn ACL sidelined until at least July from in-ring action. Epico Cologne sidelined with shoulder surgery in late January. The Colognes, by the way, can't catch a break because Primo just finished recovering from his own surgery, only for Epico to then immediately need to go get surgery for himself. So, I don't know what the hell is going on there. And then on the NXT side, Tommaso Ciampa sprained ankle on May 18th, torn ACL May 20th, expected to return in early 2018. He's already back on TV, but we'll see. Xia Li's shoulder injury return unknown, out of action since July 2017. Drew McIntyre bicep injury on November 18th.
Forgot about Big Daddy Drew.
Expected to return late March 2018. Nixon Newell torn ACL from before the Mae Young Classic. She should be back sometime soon, or rather making her debut sometime soon. Who knows? Zeta dislocated elbow, last wrestled in October 2017. Oni Lorcan hasn't wrestled since November 2017, off the road due to undisclosed injury. So that's a lot of names.
Yeah.
That's a fucking lot of names.
You can build your own promotion, and it can be pretty damn good with that list of names.
Yeah,
it's pretty good list of names there.
Yeah. So
that doesn't count any of the guys in the Indies like TK Cooper.
Yeah, or Rosemary. Yeah. So. I mean that also doesn't list all the guys who are working through injuries, like we talked about Rollins and Sheamus,
Tanahashi.
You know,
you're right. You're right.
The injury bug is pretty bad, and we're only in month 2 of 2018. So here's to hoping that some of these promotions actually figure the fuck out what to do about not working their stars into the ground, because that's not a good thing to do.
Agreed.
At all.
Agreed. I can't argue with you, man.
It's just terrible.
I'm still trying to figure out what the hell to do with John Cena, and I don't have any good answers.
There are
no good answers.
There are zero good answers. Yeah, there are zero good answers. It's terrible. But
I honestly think Cena Orton may be the way to go. Kill me.
It might be.
Kill me.
So, all right.
Cena, Sami Zayn. Hopefully, Sami doesn't rip his shoulder up this time.
I mean, maybe, because Owens is injured also, so or
the bad back,
or at least banged up at the very least.
Owens, you know what alleviates back pain? Losing weight.
Yeah.
Just saying, there, homeboy. Maybe not have 2 slices of pizza for dinner. So.
Yeah, saying that while the guy on the other end of the call is,
I had a euro with extra tzatziki sauce and French fries and a Mountain Dew for dinner. So my house is all glass.
Oh yeah,
I'm in a fucking IMP house right now.
Wow, that's
He's fucking
wow. That's
talking Tanahashi and IMP. We sprayed all fields here on this show.
Jesus. I was not expecting that. Holy shit.
We sprayed all fields.
Damn right.
There's a big ass difference between you, me, and Kevin Owens, though.
Yeah, this is true.
So
yeah, Kevin Owens is the one who's out on the road. 319
killing himself.
So
still waiting for that. Still waiting for that good Kevin Owens match in the main roster. There's been like 2.
Fingers crossed.
Still waiting, man. It's been like 3 years, KO.
Yeah.
Just saying, anytime, man. You're allowed to have one good match a year.
Yeah. Oh my Lord.
What the hell do you do with John Cena? I don't know. I don't have an answer.
I don't know.
Oh, whatever. Jeff Hardy, book. Call it a day. Why not?
Terrible plan.
It's a terrible plan. They're all terrible plans.
Yeah. WrestleMania is not going to be shaping up to be very good.
What do you mean the fucking Ronda match?
Yeah.
The way I can get all my shit out of the way once. TR speaks the truth. That's why we hang out with her, because she knows her shit. All our listeners know her shit.
Yeah, we got a bunch of smart people in the chat.
Yeah, they keep us on our toes.
Yes.
Not literally because I'm sitting down, but
Yeah, true. All right. So
anything
I
else?
think that's it. Let's
Plugs.
close
I got an
up shop.
announcement at the end of the show.
You do your announcement then.
So Sunday, February 18th.
Yes.
Friend of the show, Philip Dawson, and I will be doing an NBA podcast.
Really?
Yeah. Sunday the 18th, noon Central Time.
Nice.
Philip Dawson, friend of the show, and I will be doing an NBA podcast. It will be no wrestling or very little wrestling, all hoops. So,
Nice.
And if you've been following the NBA today, the Cleveland Cavaliers just decided to change everything about their team in about 2 hours.
Yeah,
so
they fucking sold the shop.
They sold everybody. So we got a lot to talk about. So Philip and I will be doing that for a couple hours, Sunday the 18th. So pay attention. Pay attention on the Twitter for either one of our Twitter feeds, and you will learn more information.
Yes.
Should be a lot of fun. Moonlighting as an NBA prognosticator. And if you think I have bad wrestling takes, Chris, just wait till I talk round ball.
Oh, I can't wait.
Just wait. Just you wait. Yeah. So do the plugs.
Yeah. All right. So next week, episode 49, we're going to be recapping New Beginning. We're going to talk a little bit more about NXT. We'll get a little bit deeper into Elimination Chamber stuff. I have full previews for Evolve 100 and 101, which are happening next weekend. And whatever other news happens to cross our desks, our metaphorical desks. I mean, I actually do have a desk, but there's no room on it for any news because I have way too much shit. But anything else that happens to cross our spheres of interest and news, we'll get into if it's relevant. So come back here for that the following week. Episode 50. We'll have our Elimination Chamber preview.
You're eligible for AARP membership, Chris.
Yep. And then the week after that is the big 1 year anniversary show, March 1st.
Yeah, we should do something fun.
I thought you said you had an idea. I don't remember what that idea.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't have any ideas yet. But
sure.
We got 3 weeks. We'll think of something. So be back here, same time every week, 9 Eastern, 8 Central on Thursdays. And be sure to check out all of our fellow wrestling podcast friends and folk, our brothers in Shooting the Breeze on Saturday mornings at 11. Is it 11 Eastern, 10 Central? I think it is what
I believe.
Yeah. The Taker's Minion and Mr. Dr. Senju with all of the fun Saturday morning wrestling talk. Eat your breakfast and wrestling together at the same time. And check out our friend Don Sal over at Cedar Bridge Media with his podcast Match Fixing. Don Sal's doing great work over there, and definitely show his show some love and support like you show to us. You should also check out our buddy Philip Dawson with the Dawson Report. Airs on Thursday afternoons. New episode just dropped today. It's about 2 hours long. You can find it on YouTube, and he's doing good stuff with his show. Very happy to have him joining the podcasting realm. And, of course, you can support all of our friends at the Married Marks, Not Your Demographic, and the Facebook Feministas through all major podcasting syndication networks. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at 2guys1sport, number 2, number 1 in the handle. Follow the link below the video for our iTunes feed. Subscribe, give us a like, give us a rating, give us a recommendation, and let all of your wrestling friends know to come and tune in and listen to us either through the iTunes or live on Thursday nights because we love having all of you here. Thank you all for being here. As always, you are the highlight of this show for us.
Yes, y'all are good people. You too, Chris. You're a good person, too.
You are too, George. When you're not giving garbage takes. When you're not giving garbage takes, you're pretty good.
Still trying to figure out I think we should make that a running theme of the show for the next 6 weeks. What you do with John Cena at WrestleMania. Every week come up with a different idea.
Can I just say, as we close the show here, the amount of heat you got on yourself for your take during the Super Bowl halftime show, I think, is enough.
Oh yeah, no, stay the fuck away. Get the fuck out of here. No, I stand by that take. Overrated as fuck. Stand by that take. And Mo, speaking of, I don't even know if this is overrated, but Justin Timberlake, the grumble. Like,
It was
what do you?
It was a poor halftime show.
I am the body guy. What was that outfit with like the weird camouflage sports coat?
No idea.
And the bandana, like he's a. I don't even what was going on there.
It was terrible.
Is Justin Timberlake like Kid Rock? You know how like Kid Rock started off in rap and then he became a full-blown red-faced hick?
Possibly.
Is that like Justin Timberlake doing that too? Did I miss that?
I don't know.
Did I miss the memo where Justin Timberlake is all of a sudden a country singer?
It's tough to say.
I feel like I'm missing something here.
I don't know.
Did I hit my head, wake up, and lose like 5 years? Is it possible?
It is possible, but I mean, the rest of us didn't all do that simultaneously, so I don't know. Either way, bad halftime show.
Yeah. And I stand by my take that Sam Cooke is greater than Prince. And anyone wants to come at me, you come at me.
All right then.
So.
No, don't leave. You're making people not leave. You're making people want to leave the show.
Oh well.
Calm down.
Yeah. We are losing viewers. Shit.
You should have thought of that before you gave your opinion.
Yeah, I mean, people came at me. I was like, damn. I mean, all of my wrestling takes combined have not gotten anywhere near as much heat than that one tweaked got.
Yeah, really.
You know, like, damn.
Get us out of here before people start throwing full bottles of wine at their computer screens in protest.
It's like a waste of good wine and good computer screens.
Anyway.
As always, thank you for listening. We always appreciate it, even if you think Prince is great. Nah, I'm just playing. As always, though, honestly, thank you for listening. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for tweeting at us. That's Chris. I'm George. Don't work yourself into a shoot over Prince or wrestling or anything else. We will see you next Thursday. This has been Two Guys, One Sport. Have a great night, everybody.
Episode 48 is in the books.